Hey everyone, AJ here from Whole Latte Love with Austin. He's the newest member of the video team at Whole Latte Love. He's not new to coffee, but he is new to us, and he's also new to latte art, which was why we thought he'd be good to bring in for this video. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to learn how to do some latte art.
Yeah, awesome. So what we've got here is the Cadorna Barista Plus automatic espresso machine. And we chose to feature this one for a couple reasons today. One, most importantly, we are giving away this machine. We've teamed up with the New York Daily News to do a free giveaway of the Barista Plus. Entries are open now until December 6th, and that's open to contiguous U.S. residents 16 and older. We've been using a different Cadorna machine in the studio for a while now, the Cadorna Prestige, and you use that every day, right?
I use it every day. I love that I can pre-program in my own settings. I like my coffee as hot as possible and as strong as possible. So to me, it's a great everyday machine.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, this is a bean-to-cup automatic espresso machine, meaning you take whole beans, put them in the hopper up here, and it'll grind fresh for every cup, every latte, every cappuccino, every Americano. You're going to get fresh on-demand beans. Today we're using one of my favorites, Carraro Tazza d'Oro. It's an Italian bean blend, 90% Arabica, 10% Robusta, and I've just been drinking it every day, loving it. If you notice my sweatshirt, I'm also wearing one of my other favorite coffee brands, which is Fuego Coffee. They're a local roaster. And we have these shirts as well as a bunch of other apparel modeled by Austin on the Whole Latte Love website.
Check it out.
Now. Yeah, so I'll put a link down in the description to that. But we'll talk about, let's do latte art on this. So I'll start out by just kind of showing you, I've got this machine actually in my house right now, so I've been playing with it a bit. But
Oh, so you have an unfair advantage.
yeah, totally. But I'll show you kind of the general idea behind how to pour latte art, and then we'll let you give it a shot too.
All right, I'm ready.
Cool. So I'm going to pull out my little espresso tray to get the spouts closer to it.
Oh wow, so customizable.
Yes, so many options. And I programmed an espresso in my user profile here, the red, my favorite. And so that's going to grind and brew right now. And I've programmed my user profile to do 1.5 ounces of espresso at the strongest strength and the strongest temperature. While it's brewing, I'm going to get my milk ready because it's unlike some of the higher end dual boiler heat exchange semi-automatic machines.
Right.
You can brew and then steam, but you can't do both at the same time.
So a little more prep is involved.
A little more prep, yeah.
Okay.
But you kind of get into a ritual and you get used to it. So while that's brewing, I'm just going to kind of fill up my pitcher here. And the pitcher that I'm using actually has marks on the outside for how much volume you're putting in there. So I usually fill it to about 150 milliliters in there with milk. My espresso is done, so I'm just going to kind of put that to the side for now. And next is steaming. So as with any machine with a commercial style steam wand, you're going to have a little bit of moisture in the wand that you're going to want to purge out before you start.
You don't want that getting in your milk.
Right, you don't want to dump some water in there. I mean, you could, you probably wouldn't notice it, but I prefer to just get rid of it. So all I'm going to do is press steam, press start, and while that's heating up, you'll kind of, it'll say on the screen heating up, it'll take a few seconds, and then it'll start just a quick little burst of water. It only takes about a second. And once I hear it kind of clicking and warming up, I know that's coming. And then once I get that burst of water, then I'll just press stop. I know it's purged. I know I'm ready to steam my milk without any...
Oh, I hear it.
So that's the sound of it just about to start. There's my little burst of water, and stop, and we're good. So now I can do the same thing. I can press steam and start. And what you're going to do is put the tip of the steam wand just under the surface of the milk.
Okay.
And once it starts putting the air in, you're going to lower it ever so slightly until you hear that sound of kind of an intermittent hiss of it injecting air into it.
Okay, I hear that.
You want a nice swirl in the pitcher, as you can see in there.
Oh yeah.
And the milk will start expanding just a little. And once you start it feeling it getting warm on the outside, you're just going to bury that tip. So you stop hearing that sound, but it's going to keep the swirl going. And this is mixing in all that air that you just put in the milk and then creating a nice uniform texture in there. So I'm going to do this until it gets hot on the outside, just about hot enough so I can't touch it anymore. And I will press stop. And always after steaming, you're gonna wipe your steam wand and do another quick purge. For this time, just so I don't have to wait for it to heat up, I'm just gonna do the hot water for a second.
Oh, that was so easy.
And it's quick, yeah, it's nice and quick and easy. So we're gonna pour a simple heart design because that's what I'm gonna have you try to pour today as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give my pitcher a couple taps on the counter, a couple swirls to just get everything mixed in, and start mixing in my crema with the milk nice and high there. And once I get to that point, lower my pitcher nice and close, lift up, and pull through.
Oh, wow. You made that look so easy.
I've got a little more practice. But that's how easy it is on this machine. And one of the things I like is most super automatic machines don't have this kind of steam wand. They've got either no steam wand at all, a carafe, or an auto frothing Panarello wand. And this really gives you the control to do it yourself and to have full control over it.
That's the name Barista.
Barista Plus, exactly.
go.
So let's have you give it a shot here. Let me rinse out our cups real quick so you can give it a shot.
I'm ready.
All right, so I rinsed out our pitcher, rinsed out our mug, and it's time for you to give it a shot. So I'll try to help out as you go, but again, Austin is new to latte art. It's one of those things that takes a while and takes a lot of practice to get good at, but you'll give it a shot?
I've got it, first time. All right, 1.5 you said.
Yep, 150 milliliters.
Boom, love it. We're just gonna get that prepped. We don't want a lot of waiting around.
There we go.
Let's take out this drip tray, lower that guy, pre-program your beautiful red preset.
Yes.
All right.
So you can store up to 4 user profiles in this machine, which means that anyone in the house can have their own preferences saved for their espresso, their Americano, which is another feature of this machine is one-touch Americanos. You don't get that a lot on many super autos. But let's say that you, like you said, you like your coffee hot and strong.
Oh yeah.
Someone else in your house may like it a little lighter and a little cooler, and they can keep their profile set too.
And I also found just using this machine in general, quickly reprogramming a new drink or trying something different, it's not confusing at all. It's really straightforward and simple.
Yeah, yeah, very, very nice user interface.
I think it's
Your
time.
espresso's ready.
Okay. All right. Let's let this bad boy heat up.
Yeah, and so I like to do that for multiple purposes. One, it catches your water, but two, you know that after you steam, you're gonna wipe down the wand.
Right.
So you've already got a wet rag there. It saves a couple steps in both places.
So multifaceted, many functions happening once.
I'm playing 3D chess here.
Wow. Still relatively fast though.
Yeah, it's pretty quick to heat up.
There we go.
There you go. Got that water purged out of there.
Groovy. All right, wish me luck.
Good. Looks like a good steam position there. And again, these wands do get hot. So you never want to touch the wand while it's steaming or after it's steaming, or else you're gonna burn your hand there.
How's that sound?
That actually sounds pretty good. I hear that nice intermittent hiss. You're gonna start feeling the milk expanding a little.
Feeling that.
As that does it, you're just gonna lower your pitcher just a little so you keep that hiss sound going.
Definitely. Got a nice roll going right now too.
Yeah, the roll's really good.
All right, I'm feeling a little heat. I'm gonna go ahead and
bury that tip.
We're gonna bury the tip.
We want to keep that roll going.
Keeping the roll going.
Nice.
This is my best yet.
Nice.
It's feeling very hot now. I'm gonna go for it.
All right, go ahead and stop that.
All right.
Good.
You want to do a little purge. Clean off your tip. Excellent. All right. The moment of truth. I've been told repeatedly.
Yep, so when you're tapping on the counter there, you're busting up the big bubbles in there and swirling, just kind of mixing in the texture. Yep.
Okay.
So you're going to tip your glass kind of a little bit.
Okay.
And start pouring nice and slow from high up, just to kind of mix in, dive beneath the surface there. Good, good. And then probably right about there, you'll get right next, dive right in the middle and pour a little faster. And as you're tipping up, you're going to, So not bad.
Okay.
So this right here, you've got going on, that was the start of your heart.
I see the start of it.
You had the start.
And
but
then
you
I kind
pulled
of shot an
this
arrow
way.
through it. Right.
Yeah. So instead of pulling back to strike through, you're just going to kind of lift straight up and then strike through.
I hear that I should have done that, but I'm pretty proud of this.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It's like like you said, a heart with an arrow through it. It's
the best I've done yet, folks.
nice. All right, so you want to give it another try?
I do want to give it another
All
try.
right, gonna do another quick rinse of our cups.
Oh, this is exciting. As an artist, it takes a lot of practice to get good at any new talent and any new craft. So keep at it. I've been practicing all day today, and I've gotten a lot better.
All right, fresh mug, fresh pitcher. We'll do it again.
Let's go.
Like you said, it takes a lot of practice. I do have a full-length video on how to do latte art for beginners. That'll take you through all of these steps much more in depth with closer-up pictures, videos, how to do it, and also my progression of how I started this and how terrible my designs were at the
It's a
start.
great video, though.
Hey, thanks. I'll put a link to that down in the video description. You can check that out after if you're just getting into latte art. A lot of people have said it's super helpful for their milk texturing and pouring. So while this is getting ready, you want to get your milk ready, and then we can just be ready to roll.
You're a great teacher.
Well, thanks.
Wait for it. And we're ready.
Nice. Getting the steam started, waiting for that to heat up here.
Do not touch the wand, it's hot.
Yes, there are some brands that do have cool touch wands. I think Rocket Espresso is one of those on most of their machines. But in general, it'll have this kind of little rubber part here that if you do need to touch or move the wand, you can use that and not burn yourself. Ooh. Don't want to touch there. You can start it here. It's starting to get ready. Yep. It's about to purge.
Bam.
Good.
Excellent.
And starting up that steam again.
Here we go. This is it.
So your texture on your last one was actually pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it maybe just a tiny bit too much air on the last one.
Okay.
It was a little too foamy, I think, but I mean, it was pretty close. And luckily, if you're pouring a heart or even like a monk's head, a kind of just a blob with a line through it, you can use a thicker milk for that, and you have a little more leeway that you can get away with versus like a Rosetta where you kind of need a thinner milk to pour finer details. A little less of a roll here, so we'll see if it mixes in enough. You might get lucky.
Okay. I still feel pretty good about this.
So wipe down your wand.
Quick little purge of the hot water. There we go. Oh, got a little more there.
And that milk will kind of dry on the wand pretty quickly, so I'll usually, right after I steam, just wipe it down and then purge it.
Ah, okay. This is the one.
This is it. This is it. All right.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good so far.
All right.
All right. Oh.
Ah,
that was closer.
Last step. It's closer. I don't have the tail on this end. I have a little tail on that end.
You started to go back again, but it was pretty good. Again, the milk might have been just a little thick that it wouldn't make that nice strike through. So as you're striking through there,
crema cross, which I was looking for.
It looks like a bowling pin.
Great.
If you've got that special bowler in
Happy
your life
holidays.
that you want to give a latte to in the morning, then that's it. But yeah, maybe I'll pour one more on here and then we'll move on. But let me wash this stuff one last time. All right, so cleaned out the pitcher, cleaned out the mug. I'll give it a shot here for my own. Pull out my tray. Brew my favorite red espresso. And that's gonna brew. So I'll try to pour something a little bit fancier on this. If you want to start out, the heart's a good way to do it. You'll see a lot of beginners that really, they see people on the internet and on Instagram like wiggling the pitcher and drawing rosettas, and they just get in and start wiggling, and
they make it look easy.
Right, it does look, and it's if you start trying this and it doesn't work out your first 20 times, don't get too discouraged. It does take practice.
I thought I was gonna nail this, and it is an art.
But yeah, my suggestion is just start with a monk's head or start with a heart. Don't worry about wiggling, just get your milk texture down and go from there.
And even those done well can look really beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. especially like it's November now, almost December. Get started now, and you've got, oh, thank you. By the time Valentine's Day comes around, your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your son, whatever, pour them a heart, it'll make their day. While that's pouring, I'm gonna heat up my steam. So the steam pressure on this is a little lower than you'll find on a lot of higher end semi-automatic machines, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially for a beginner. If you have like one of the higher end machines and you turn on the steam to full power, it's just gonna, if you don't know what you're doing, it's going to overwhelm you.
Yeah, I have a hobby at home, and I will turn the steam on full, and there is a lot of power coming out of there.
Yeah.
So practicing on this, I noticed I had a little bit more time to kind of hone in my skills.
Yep, absolutely. And it may take a little longer to steam your milk, but you'll have that time to kind of think about, oh, what's happening? I can put in air here and mix it in here and give you a good feeling for the process.
Nice.
All right, so they're just getting that air in now, stretching the milk just a little bit.
It sounds good.
I want to keep it a little bit thinner for this because it's a more detailed design. Start burying the tip now. All right. Ooh. And you'll hear it's not screaming. If your milk is screaming, if it's making a really loud, annoying noise, that means there's not enough air in there.
If you're waking up the baby downstairs.
Yeah, don't want that. All right, it's just starting to get hot here, so I'm going to stop that. Wipe down my wand, do a quick purge. All right, and we're ready to roll. So I'm going to tap this just to get out the bigger bubbles and give it a quick swirl on the counter.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Thank you. The texture you're looking for in your milk is like a wet latex paint, kind of got like a shine to it. It'll kind of stay up on the walls a little bit, but not just be a big glob of foam.
Oh, wow.
All right. It's not bad, but it may not be my best, but it can at least show that the machine can do it.
That's great.
So, again, there are super automatic machines out there that can press one button and you get a latte or a cappuccino. Right. But this one is kind of a unique hybrid where you get still that manual steam power and the ability to pour latte art, which I think is a lot of fun. There are people that like the automation, but I think it's fun to have a little more control of it. But anyway, that is the Cadorna Barista Plus, and that is Austin. You'll be seeing him coming up in more future videos, so get used to this face. But yeah, check out the link down in the video description. We are giving away this machine, and you can enter until December 6th, so check that out. And be sure to come back for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.